Welcome to Treons Realm. Today we're going to take a look at the physical version of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity for the Nintendo Switch. Now, Age of Calamity is the second release in what will become a trilogy of games set in the Breath of the Wild chunk of the Zelda timeline. This includes 2017's Breath of the Wild, this release of Age of Calamity, and what will likely be the 2021 release of Breath of the Wild 2, which currently doesn't have a set title. Now, once again, Nintendo has teamed up with Koei Tecmo and Omega Force to release another game in the Hyrule Warriors series. Now, unlike the first one, this one is actually canonical and set within the Zelda timeline, which is a bit of a rarity when it comes to Zelda games that aren't crafted by Nintendo. Now, it should be noted that Eiji Aonuma and the Zelda team directly oversaw this game to ensure that it would fit within the Zelda timeline. The first Hyrule Warriors was a mix of the Zelda franchise and the Dynasty Warriors franchise, and it definitely leaned more towards the Dynasty Warriors with more of a Zelda skin laid over top of it. I can say that in the case of Age of Calamity, this actually goes in the opposite direction, where this feels more like a Breath of the Wild game with Dynasty Warriors style combat laid in. The graphics are beautiful and perfectly aligned with the Breath of the Wild universe. The gameplay and combat is tight and addictive as ever, and overall it's a great experience. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can go on to the eShop and download a completely free demo and give it a try yourself. The demo gives you the entirety of Chapter 1, which includes 2 story missions and 3 additional missions, gives you the ability to play as 3 of the characters in the game, Link, Zelda, and Impa. I can confirm that you can max these characters out to level 20, which happens to be the level cap for the demo. And best of all, if you enjoy the game, all of that progress that you made will carry directly over to the full version of the game. You will be prompted when you start it up to transfer that save data in. And it can be confirmed that this save transfer applies to both the digital or physical versions of the game. As for the game's size, it clocks in at 10.9 gigabytes. This means that Nintendo used a 16 gigabyte cartridge. As for patches, there is a day 1 patch available for the game. Brings it up to version 1.0.1. Patch size is 239 megabytes. It adds in Spanish audio and addresses various bug fixes. If we look at Breath of the Wild and the original Hyrule Warriors, we will most likely see additional patches to improve performance. Rounding out the package, we also get a 2-player mode where you can play split-screen co-op with a friend, making this one of the few canonical Zelda games that includes multiplayer. Now, I'd like to give a shout out to some fellow content creators who helped make this video possible. First up is JP SWITCHMANIA. He's the co-founder of Premium Edition Games, a company dedicated to releasing physical Switch games for various indie companies. I would also like to shout out Pete, the retro referee, who helped me specifically with the patch information on Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I'll be providing links in the description down below for their websites and Twitter handles. If this video helped you and you'd like to see more, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.